Good afternoon, everybody. The purpose of this speech here is to explain to you some of the benefits of joining the Maryland Air National Guard. So with that said, we're going to get started. As a member of the Maryland Air National Guard, I can tell you that joining the military is one of the best decisions I've ever made. Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to get an education? Do you want to get trained in a technical skill of your choice? Do you want to do it all on the government's dime? If so, then joining the Maryland Air National Guard is for you. Joining the Maryland Air Guard has a great benefit to both you and your country. I've served in the Maryland Air National Guard for 16 years, and I've traveled all over the world and had many life experiences that I would not have otherwise had. We're going to be going over some of the educational benefits, some of the travel benefits, the vast number of job experience options, pay and benefits in joining the Maryland Air National Guard, how you can benefit from your country by joining the Maryland Air Guard, and some of the personal benefits involved. The Maryland Air National Guard offers many educational benefits. The first one being state tuition waivers. So for any member of the Maryland Air National Guard, many of the schools, colleges in Maryland have offered members of the Maryland Air Guard the ability to waive 50% of their tuition. So with that, pretty much they provide a letter to you. When you go in, you hand the letter, and bam, your tuition is 50% off of that number. It's a pretty good benefit. You can also use that in conjunction with a STAR form, which is a form where if you pass the class with a C or better, the Maryland Air National Guard or State of Maryland will actually refund you the second half of that money, pretty much giving you 100% of your school paid for. So you can essentially get an entire education for free for a 4-year bachelor's degree. It also has federal tuition assistance. With federal tuition assistance, if you're ever on orders or go somewhere on orders and you have the time, you can actually enroll in classes while you're on orders. With that, your actual tuition is actually paid directly to your school, 100% up to a certain monetary value depending on the year, and actually cover your entire education for that class. So in addition to all the educational benefits we can be afforded, the travel benefits are fantastic. I've been to Greece, Scotland, England, Spain, Germany, Estonia, Luxembourg, just to name a few. As well as all over the United States, the units that you're assigned to travel to all different locations. Some of the units assigned to the Maryland Air Guard travel to Germany regularly, Italy, and Estonia. Traveling around the world like this for a civilian would cost thousands of dollars. In the Maryland Air National Guard, you get to do it for free. Currently, the Maryland Air Guard offers many different mission types. We have a cybersecurity unit. We have an A-10 unit, which offers many different career fields, from maintenance to operations, or even being a pilot. You could be a firefighter, just like you could be in the civilian world, and get all of the training for free, and then use that training on the outside. You could also be security forces, which is essentially military police. One of the huge benefits to joining the Maryland Air National Guard is that you can join at a higher rank. You can join as a rank of an A1C or E3. That's 2 ranks from the bottom just for being a member of the Maryland Air Guard and having any sort of job experience and or college experience. This puts you 2 ranks higher than your active duty counterpart, which is pretty good. You'll always be 2 ranks ahead. Additionally, every single slot in the Maryland Air National Guard is a minimum of a staff sergeant, or E5. This means that the only person holding you back from being an NCO is yourself. So if you join the Maryland Air Guard, you are already in an NCO slot. That's just a couple of the reasons that joining the Maryland Air Guard can benefit you. Here's some of the reasons that you can benefit your country. You could be providing valuable intel to an intelligence to prevent an attack as an intelligence squadron member. You could be loading bombs onto an A-10 that's going to drop bombs and save an army unit that's pinned down. Or you could just be at home at your home base and keeping your base secure as a security forces member. Additionally, as a member of the Maryland Air Guard, you could support a lot of local and domestic operations, like Operation Baltimore Rally for riot control, or Hurricane Katrina relief or hurricane relief, as we've had many in the United States recently. In addition to supporting your local community and national security, there are measurable personal gains, like the camaraderie you gain from fellow airmen and a sense of personal accomplishment from completing basic training, or knowing that in some way you've saved a life or contributed to your nation's security. So throughout this, we've talked about a lot of things, including some of the educational benefits, which can't be understated. The vast number of job options and experience options, which you can gain for free in the military and get all of your training for free and be paid while doing it. Some of the pay and rank benefits just by joining the Maryland Air Guard, gaining rank just by joining the Air Guard instead of the active duty Air Force. How you can benefit your country, some of the things that you can do to help with national security and hurricane relief. And finally, some of the personal benefits. Joining the Maryland Air Guard has been a great benefit to the individual and to the country. In conclusion, you have the chance now to join a brotherhood of airmen and make the country a safer place for everyone, including your family. And for doing this, you get countless benefits, including those stated: education, pay, and the respect of your peers. Coming from someone who's done it for 16 years, there's not a greater honor than serving your own country. Is there any questions about joining the Air Guard?
Yes, I have a question. So, if you are in another service or in an active duty component and you want to join the Maryland Air National Guard, is that a possibility?
Yes, it's 100% a possibility. The Maryland Air National Guard and the Air Force both satisfy or take active duty training from any other base or service. So your basic training will count if you went to Navy basic training or Army basic training or Marine basic training. The Air Force will accept all of those. So it doesn't necessarily always work the other way around. Not all services will accept Air Force basic training, but the Maryland Air Guard will accept basic training from all other services. So if you are coming, say, from the Marines or the Navy, you can join into a similar career field, or you can start all over and get retrained into a completely different career field.